Hi, Sue here from Mystic Matters. Thank you very much for joining me. If you've been drawn to watch this particular video, then this is what you need to know. I use the Mythic Tarot, and they're based on Greek mythology. Okay. All right, we're starting off here with some obstacles. It seems that there's a few boulders in your path at the moment. The thing about obstacles is that I see them as opportunities to learn. And if you kind of are open just to learning and moving past them, and keeping your eye on the end result, where the goal you're aiming for. Because the thing about obstacles is they can so easily become the goal, and then we lose track of where we're going. Because if you can keep focusing on the goal you're aiming for, you have success. People patting you on the back and saying, well done. So just learn your lessons and move on. That's the advice there. Also, don't accept second best. Everything has, sometimes we get like shortcuts come up. We think, oh, well, let's just do this for the interim and, wait for the best to arrive. It delays things. So only accept the best for yourself and the people you care about, and don't lower your sights. Also, this is about getting stuck between a rock and a hard place. Like, whichever way you turn, somebody's going to get upset. And this usually comes from when we aren't clear about what our intentions are, or what our belief systems are. We've kept quiet. Sometimes it's to keep the peace, but then people misinterpret our quietness or our silence for agreeing with them, and then the time comes and they find out that you don't actually agree with them at all, and then they kind of people get upset. So this is about, when you're in a situation that needs addressing, address it. Don't avoid it, thinking that it's easier that way. Embrace it. Be honest. Be authentic. Be kind. But make sure people know where your head's at. This is about fear and anxiety about the future. It often ties up with guilt and worries about things that have happened in the past. The thing is about this card is us sabotaging ourselves. So if we keep looking over our shoulder at the past, we don't have a future because we're living in the past. So if there's fences to be mended, mend them. And if it's too far gone, then just forgive yourself, forgive anybody else that might have been involved, and just move on. Because this is really, I said, what we do to ourselves. And always keep your eyes on the hope and faith in the midst of difficulties, knowing that everything is going to come out all right in the end. Just keep your vision on that kind of little hope. This is Pandora's box, and there's always hope in the midst of any difficulties. So as a quick recap, at the moment there's obstacles. Life isn't going quite as smooth as you'd like it to. But keep your eye on the end result, the goal you want to get to, and you will have success, and people will be congratulating you for what you've done and what you've achieved. But make sure you keep your standards high. Don't accept anything less than what is absolutely perfect for you. Also be aware that when we're in what I call mental mode with the Queen of Swords, when we're in that kind of mode, we might seem a bit aloof to the people around us. So just make sure you are giving some people the attention that they need just a hug is just enough for people, just to connect with people so they don't feel forgotten or kind of pushed aside. You have got to be careful about the things you say and do as well, and make sure it's not misconstrued. So if there's anybody having arguments or any decisions that need to be made around you, make sure you're absolutely clear where you stand on things, because otherwise you're going to end up, stuck between a rock and a hard place, because people are going to get upset with you. Maybe this could tie in with the obstacles and trying to get to your goal as well. Maybe it could tie in also taking shortcuts that you maybe haven't mentioned to people. So just connect with other people, talk things through, and be authentic and clear about what your thoughts are, and then nobody can be under any illusion, and it won't come back to bite you. It is important that you let go of any fear and anxiety, especially when you're going through obstacles. Is kind of looking back and thinking, oh, this is how it worked out last time, or I'm sure it's not going to work out well this time either. And what we do is we shoot ourselves in the foot before we've even started. So put the past behind you. Just because something bad happened in the past, or something you deemed as negative happened in the past, doesn't mean it's going to happen again for the future. So just put the past behind you, and today is the first day of the rest of your life, as the saying goes. And keep your eye on hope and faith in the midst of any difficulties, because if you believe it's going to all work out well, it will do. There is success here. Just keep your standards high. Don't get fazed by obstacles. Be honest and clear about what your thoughts are, and don't worry. And those are the cards. So I hope that's been helpful, and hope to see you again someday. Bye.